off and running. Looks up, lurking is Riley, and he grabs the mark. Wheels around onto the right foot from 60 metres to the goal square. Bock in good position, and so too is Ian Perry. Well, the injury, he's kicked goals in the first 2 games of the season. And Perry makes no mistake, the first goal of the game goes to the Adelaide Crows. Peter Burgoyne trying to draw a player. Shut down. Good work from Goodwin. Heavy body work coming across on that occasion from Tawney, not Michael Wilson. Off the ball opportunity here for Bernie Vince. Goes sideways. Bringing Tyson Edwards into the play. Adelaide looming again. They go deep to the goal square. Stevens getting back. Also getting back. It's Perry to mark. And he will have a shot from just 5 metres now. He's going to retreat. Well, that's a surprise. He's gone all the way back to Brent Riley, who's not really on much of a better angle. Averaged 70 possessions last season, a versatile player. Kicked a goal last week against the Western Bulldogs. Gives it a good ride. It's swinging back on the breeze, and the Adelaide Crows have kicked another.
As we see, McLeod
now it's
down, which is not good for Adelaide fans.
They're off and running. Getting to the 50-metre line. An opportunity here for Van Berlo. Had numbers outside him, elected to go a little deeper, and looming large. Scott Welsh takes a strong overhead mark.
Pettigrew reckons he was pushed, and that's the new rule. We'll have a look at it in replay in a moment. Scott Welsh has played pretty well, hasn't he, Shuri? They've actually been a good combination with Ian Perry. Just Ian Perry's kicked a couple of goals. Welsh has been dangerous.
I don't think Mark Williams has got the matchups right in their defence the whole game.
Welsh comes in looking at his second goal, and from point-blank range gave the umpire some work to do, but he extends the Crows' advantage. This night's play on is the call, and the Crows have won it back. McLeod going short but dangerously so as Lade comes across, but that's a strong mark. And Adelaide with an opportunity. Burton presents himself at centre-half forward and wants to go on with it.
Lovely kick.
Excellent pass. And a nice mark taken by Jason Portlesia.
Well, they just broke them apart. Port Adelaide, as I said, have to use handball to get through the congestion. One too many, the turnover. What's happened? All Port Adelaide's defenders have moved up the ground too. That just breaks them wide open. Their use of their skills by foot have been brilliant today, Adelaide. Look at that. That is a magnificent part. No fullback or no defender can stop that.
First game of the season for Jason Portlesia. He's kicked 10 goals in his 11 matches so far, so he knows how to find them. And from 40 metres out, never looked like missing, as Jason Portlesia extends the Adelaide Crows lead out to a game-high 36. The Crows off and running through Van Berlo. And now it's Stevens. Making a move for him is Welsh to the forward pocket. Excellent work, just shook Michael Pettigrew, got a yard and takes an easy mark.
I think if he kicks this goal, you will hear a number of boos around the ground thinking that they've been harshly done. I just cannot believe, really, when you talk about harshly done, that's the umpire's job. The ball never hit the ground, had to be a mark or had to be a free kick to Warren Trippier. That's why we've got 3 umpires, but it's at the other end of the ground, and Welsh has been a very good player and a hard match up all day for Port Adelaide.
Goals in the second and third quarters already for Scott Welsh. Stuttering approach, but a convincing finish, and the Adelaide Crows buy some breathing space. They lead it by 18 points. And now the Crows are able to clear. The centre wing, it's a good mark taken by Portlesia, who's been busy. He's looking for Perry, who has to sit on Wakeland, used his body well, took a strong mark, plays on, and now he's got his hands full.
Left foot.
Around a couple of defenders, hooks it with the left foot, and Ian Perry gets the job done as he comes up with his third goal of the game.
Ian Perry, now that's what I reckon he needs to do. He's presented really well today, Ian Perry. His work rate's been good. His use of the body then was fantastic. Great snap. He doesn't seem confident in a set shot situation. Maybe he needs to play on a little bit more. Just get on his bike. He would have made this a bit harder than he probably would have liked, because he went onto his right and back to his left. And it was a good finish. And the first 2 goals of the last quarter now, you'd think it's going to take a lot of work here for Port Adelaide to get back into this now.
Play. And you have to coach that in the modern game now.
An opportunity stuck in the corner, but not without a chance. Scott Welsh He comes up with a good, miraculous goal, his second of the term.
Well, he's just come back on the ground, Scotty Welsh.
He's been the thorn in the side, hasn't he?
He has.
All day.
Well, it's interesting to see what they do next week. They've got the Swans, Adelaide. It'll be a big test. We know the Swans are more than happy to play in a scrap, and this is what this has been today. They played this style against the Bulldogs, who are a running side. They played this style against Port Adelaide today, who are a running side. A running side, I should say. It's worked both times. It'll be really interesting to see how they play against a really tough, hard-headed side like the Sydney Swans next week.
Because despite a brave fight back from Port Adelaide in the third quarter, the Adelaide Crows have got the job done and take Showdown 22 in emphatic fashion. The final margin is 24 points.
Great team effort by the Adelaide Crows today. They came with a job. They want to pretty much repeat what they did last week against the Western Bulldogs. Shut down the run from Port Adelaide. They did it from the word go, Shorian. And look, it was some of the lesser lights as well that were really good this afternoon. Did some important jobs for the team. Their defence was great. They didn't allow Port Adelaide to have any system at all in the forward line. They shut down their key playmaker in Red Even today. Treadway came back from injuries. He obviously worked pretty hard, but he was beaten today. And their midfield, really, apart from when they threw Chad Corns in there, the Burgoyne boys were okay. They didn't really get a lot out of the midfield.
No.